Hello again, everyone. I'm James Brown in New York. Welcome back to the NFL Today. Up next, you'll see the Cleveland Browns ride into San Diego to take on the Chargers. It'll be Josh McCown at the helm for the Browns. He threw for over 300 yards last week in a valiant effort for Cleveland. Today, he'll do battle with Phillip Rivers, who unfortunately playing behind a very depleted offensive line, so he'll be relying heavily on rookie running back Melvin Gordon, who leads all NFL rookies in rushing. It'll be game time next right here on CBS.
Air Force One is missing.
This is an act of war.
We need an acting president.
Repeat after me. You're being used.
Who isn't?
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
I don't need your understanding.
This firm's a laughingstock.
Is there some reason I was kept out of the loop? You're fired.
You can't see you're stabbing me in the back.
We need the voters to see the real you.
I'm not sure they'll like the real me.
CBS this Monday.
Your record's been input into the prison system.
Serial killer, torture, multiple counts.
He looks like a psycho.
To break a case,
I'm in prison about to be killed.
this genius will go undercover
I can do this. I can't do this.
and weigh.
You look very tough.
Really?
Way
I'd like to teach you a lesson. Punk.
over his head.
I didn't expect him to go that far. That was hard to watch.
New Scorpion, CBS this Monday, 9/8 Central.
Presenting Subway Fresh Buzz. Subway, the official training restaurant of athletes everywhere. The Panthers beat the Saints last week, led by quarterback Cam Newton, who scored his 35th career rushing touchdown and threw for 2 more to tight end Greg Olsen. Carolina's defense forced 2 turnovers, including a forced fumble by Thomas Davis and a game-clinching interception by Josh Norman, as the Panthers earned their first 3-0 start since 2003.
What makes a Subway footlong the biggest, bestest sandwich on earth? You do. Because it's all about choice. Your choice. Of freshly baked bread, tender meats, melty cheeses, savory sauces, and your favorite vibrant, colorful veggies. The handcrafted Subway footlong. Nothing bigger, nothing better. In the end, the wrapper may say Subway, but it's got your name all over it. Subway. Eat fresh.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
From San Diego, California, it's an AFC clash between the Cleveland Browns and the San Diego Chargers. Both teams coming off disappointing losses. Who will bounce back and avoid a 1-3 start? Hi, everyone. Welcome to Week 4 of the NFL on CBS with Steve Tasker and Steve Berline. I'm Andrew Catalan. Scott Kaplan will join us in just a moment. Well, since 1990, teams starting 1-3 have only gone on to make the playoffs 14% of the time. And while neither one of these teams called today a must-win, there is an added sense of urgency. And Steve Tasker, for San Diego, they've just been decimated by injuries, especially on the offensive line, where today they'll be missing 3 starters.
It got so bad in Minnesota last week, they really thought they were seconds away from putting a tight end in at right tackle, but they feel good about the 5 guys they have in there if they can keep all of those 5 guys healthy through this game. Now, that all puts more on the plate of Phillip Rivers. Now, he's always taken a great deal of ownership in this offense, but it's going to be up to him to manage the new people in front of him, as well as distribute the football to his playmakers against this Browns defense.
Meanwhile, for Cleveland, a big surprise today. Cornerback Joe Hayden was listed as probable with a rib injury and a finger injury. He is inactive today, and Steve Berline, we met with Joe Hayden last night. No indication that this was coming.
No, we knew that Joe Hayden was uncomfortable. That finger was causing a lot of problems, obviously, but we had no idea that not playing was even an option, and that just puts another question mark around a defense. It's already very suspect, especially when you look at their history against the run so far this year. Worst in the NFL, a lot of problems there, but now you add to the fact that Joe Hayden's not going to be on the field, that gives Phillip Rivers an awful lot of opportunities to exploit this defense this week.
Today's game is being broadcast in Spanish where available using the SAP button on your television. San Diego won the toss. They will defer, so it will be Cleveland football to start this game. First time these two teams have met since 2012. The Browns won that game 7-6. Sean Drone out of his own end zone. Check it, it's actually Justin Gilbert on the kick return. He gets up to the 35-yard line as we go down to Scott Kaplan.
Andrew, this field is in remarkably good condition given that there was a college football game here played last night and it rained hard this morning. The grounds crew got a tarp down. They took it off about 2 hours ago. I've walked the entire field with the exception of some green sand that's been in some divots. This field's in very good shape, but there is still rain in the forecast for later. We'll see if this field plays a role in today's game.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Cleveland with good field position to start this game at the 35-yard line with Josh McCown out of the shotgun. They'll throw on first. Travis Benjamin reels it in at the 43-yard line. A gain of 8 on first down. Josh McCown has lost 8 straight starts. Trying to get on track here in what's been a bumpy start after the concussion week 1 against the Jets. Did not play against the Titans in week 2. And then last week against the Raiders, slow start in the first half, showed some good stuff in the second half, but then the late interception sealed the win for Oakland. It's 2nd and 1. Another pass, and that is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Taylor Gabriel, and it will be 3rd down. As we take a look at the starting offense, Joe Thomas has never missed a snap in his career at left tackle. And Travis Benjamin already with 5 touchdowns this season.
Yeah, 3 of those touchdowns over 50 yards. This guy is only got 10 catches on the year, but when they decide to go to Travis Benjamin, usually good things happen, and it's usually down the field.
Cleveland is 5th in the NFL, converting 3rd downs at 46%. 3 on the play clock. McCown over the middle, caught, incomplete. Brandon Flowers whipped it away from Travis Benjamin.
McCown took a huge shot from Kendall Reyes coming off the left side. There was nobody on him, and McCown had to throw that, and I don't think he threw it. I think he threw it a little bit quicker than he thought. He felt the pressure and got rid of it, and you got him convert that on a 3rd and very short on the first drive of the game. That's one you really, really want to convert.
How about this stat? So far this season, the Chargers have 0 punt return yards. Keenan Allen awaiting this kick from Andy Lee at his own 8-yard line. And he's going to call for a fair catch. So still 0 on the board for the Chargers. A quick 3 and out for the Browns. A 49-yard punt from Andy Lee. And here comes Phillip Rivers, who's 3rd in the NFL, completing his passes so far this season at 74%. But the turnovers have been an issue. 4 interceptions for Rivers. He's also lost 2 fumbles.
Yeah, and you talk about those turnovers. The first thing he told us when we met with him on Friday was, bottom line, I can't turn the ball over anymore. He knows if this team is going to get it turned around and have a chance to win not only today, but continually throughout the course of the season, the turnovers have got to be eliminated because they've already got enough odds stacked against them with all the injuries.
Melvin Gordon goes out in motion. Rivers, a master of directing traffic at the line, and he just throws that one away. The pressure was coming from Christian Kirksey of the Browns.
This is going to be a quick screen. Phillip Rivers saw the man-to-man coverage. I think Cleveland actually won the chess game there. Kirksey came off the edge untouched, but Rivers realized that Cleveland Browns defense well coached. There was not an opportunity to get rid of that football.
Yeah, the Browns were moving towards that screen even at the snap. They had a key with the formation and baited Rivers into that play.
Rivers fires, and that pass is caught and fumbled, and now the back judge is saying incomplete. Initially, no signal, and it looked like a fumble. However, now they're saying it's incomplete.
Yeah, this ball was not caught. I don't think Keenan Allen ever had control of this football. Stripped right away.
And that's Pierre Desir on the coverage for Cleveland, starting today for the injured Joe Hayden. Just the second NFL start for the second-year man out of Lindenwood.
And we spoke about Phillip Rivers. It's going to be up to him to make sure not only his offensive line can sort out the rushers, which is what we saw in that first down play, but also pick up the guys when they do come. There are going to be a lot of exotic looks. As you see this one, with everybody standing around, they got to sort that out.
On third down, Rivers looking for Stevie Johnson, incomplete. Again, good pressure by Cleveland coming up the middle, and they force a 3-and-out.
You know what, though, Andrew? This play, the pressure did not cause the problem. What happened, it was an exotic look, and I don't think that Phillip Rivers really trusted that his offensive linemen knew who they were supposed to protect. You can see the pocket was pretty good, but Phillip Rivers threw that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted to because he just didn't have the confidence that the protection was going to pick up that stunt.
Without 3 starters on the offensive line today, Travis Benjamin from his own 45. Benjamin with some room at the 40 and taken down. A late flag comes in from behind the play. Today's referee is Bill Vinovich.
It's going to be a hold on the return. Still, the Browns are going to come up with pretty good field position after that punt.
During the return, holding. Receiving team number 42. 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. Cleveland keeps the ball. First down.
That's on the rookie fullback Malcolm Johnson. We're scoreless in San Diego.
Aruba, Jamaica. Now we can actually take it.
To Costa Rica, Bahamas. Come on, pretty mama.
Belize, Puerto Rico. People, why don't we go down to Mexico?
We'll get there fast and you can take it slow.
Anywhere you want to go.
All the way down to Dominican Republic.
Nice hit.
Southwest is bringing our low fares to tropical destinations. Book now at southwest.com.
Here's the 50-yarder for the win.
It's not going to make it.
The kick is up, and it's good. The Texans win. The Texans win. What a comeback.
Yeah! The kick is up. It's good. In your face. I never doubted it. Woo! Texans!
How much do we love football?
Barbara!
You have no idea.
We won!
Hyundai is now an official sponsor of the NFL.
It's the final countdown. The final countdown.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
This morning, Agent Ray Dixon was shot by a high-powered rifle.
All right. Where do you want me to start?
When you're on the NCT pill, you can do just about anything.
Up top.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
The new hit drama Limitless, Tuesday.
We've had 6 plays and 5 incompletions. Scoreless in San Diego with 13:46 to go in the first quarter. Browns again with good field position to start this drive from their own 46-yard line. Dre goes in motion. Crowell at running back. And it's the give to Crowell, trying to get around the right side and not much doing. Eric Weddle closing quickly for the Chargers as we take a look at the San Diego defense. Corey Legent signed that big contract extension in the offseason, still looking for his first sack. That linebacker, Manti Te'o, now in his 3rd year out of Notre Dame, and a surprise here in the Chargers secondary, as Jason Barrett was listed as questionable, went through warm-ups, but we're told he's not in uniform today. So it's Patrick Robinson getting the start at corner. Barrett with a foot injury. McCown on second down to his tight end Barnidge, trying to fight for extra yardage, and Manti Te'o among those making the tackle for San Diego after a gain of 4. Josh McCown in his 13th year, now at the age of 36, his 7th different NFL team that he's played for, and has struggled on the road in his career. 4-19 record as a starter on the road. So 3rd down and 8. Duke Johnson, the running back next to McCown, who's in the shotgun. McCown in trouble. Football is out. Ball bounces at the 45, and they are saying that's a fumble. And San Diego recovers.
Recovered by Melvin Ingram.
Well, it was Eric Weddle coming off the edge along with other pressure from the Chargers. You see Weddle came right there, lined up inside and snuck his way. He's not the biggest guy in the world. He just kind of came through there, hit him low while he was also getting hit high from Melvin Ingram. Big play for the San Diego Chargers.
6th lost fumble this season for the Browns. That's tops in the NFL.
TV is the best. Nice try, Eva. Texting is better.
Nothing's better than Twitter.
Smartwatches are the future. Your entrees.
Hearty.
But mine orders Domino's.
So does mine.
I can order Domino's on Twitter.
So can a text. Pizza emoji sent, Domino's ordered. Smiley face.
Use your favorite device to order 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for $5.99 each.
FanDuel's definitely changed my Sundays. It's made it a lot more interesting.
FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues are paying $75 million a week with immediate cash payouts and no commitment.
I've deposited a total of $35 on FanDuel and won over $2 million.
Just choose a league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
It's like the best adrenaline rush ever.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code HOLD.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Domino's. Order online at domino's.com. And by FanDuel, the leader in one-week fantasy football.
All scoring plays and turnovers subject to review. They are still looking at this one as we take another look.
Well, the key is his hand empty when it starts to come forward? I think, to me, this is an incomplete pass. Steve Berline,
I'm not so sure. You look at Melvin Ingram coming over the top. When he touches this ball over the top, I think the ball might be coming out before the arm is actually going forward. No doubt, Josh McCown was trying to get rid of the ball as a pass. Just a question of when that ball came loose. Yeah, they're saying San Diego ball.
They confirmed it. Either confirmed it or let it stand. But we had a couple of really good angles. And that was a point of emphasis. We got an officiating notice from the league. All the announcers did, and this is exactly what they were talking about. So they got a good handle on what it was.
McCown has fumbled in 6 of his last 7 games. Gives San Diego great field position from the Cleveland 40-yard line. It's a give to Melvin Gordon, and the Browns' rush defense closes quickly. Randy Starks, one of the first to get there. As we take a look at the starting offensive line for the Chargers, we mentioned this off the top. 3/5 of their starting line is out today. Hairston, Wiggins, and Robinson getting the starts up front. And Keenan Allen off to a fantastic start this year. His 29 catches are tied for 3rd in the NFL.
Now these guys are going to have to rise up and give Phillip Rivers some options. The ball's going to come out, I think, a little quicker today than it has in recent weeks for the Chargers because Rivers just isn't that confident in those guys up front.
Rivers in trouble, and he's sacked. Christian Kirksey with the 3rd sack of his career, first this season.
Steve, you mentioned that Phillip Rivers just doesn't have any confidence in his offense. There's good reason. This is what happens. Here's Kirksey right here. He's going to come through. It's a stunt. It's a run stunt coming up the middle. A double A gap. Both linebackers came through untouched. The communication between the offensive linemen is so vital, especially in picking up those kind of stunts. And these guys just haven't been together long enough to know how to communicate to each other.
And you know they're going to get a lot more of that as this game wears on once they're successful as a defense.
11th time this season that Rivers has been sacked. It's 3rd and 19. Rivers looking deep down the sideline for Floyd, and it's broken up. Pierre Desir again on the coverage for the Browns, and they force another San Diego 3-and-out.
Well, this is just, you're going to have to throw it up and see if your guy can make a play. Phillip Rivers, he gets rid of this football really early in this route for obvious reasons. And he's not even, Phillip Rivers he's frustrated. He knows how tough it's going to be for that offensive line to sort that out. And it's getting to the point now where the Browns are going to send extra people every down because they know that's going to give them the edge. This offensive line does not have it together right now.
That was Joe Hayden with some fist bumps on the Cleveland sideline. San Diego's run 6 plays and they have -9 yards. Benjamin lets this one bounce at the 15, a Cleveland hop to the 17-yard line. So the turnover does not prove costly. Cleveland gets the ball back.
The moment's arrived. The best iPhone ever is here. And you're all like... And then you remember there's Verizon, which is great because if you're going to get the best iPhone, wouldn't you want to have the best network? Kind of makes you want to jump for joy. Tell all your friends and family. Even throw a party. Get up to $400 when you switch to Verizon and trade up to the iPhone 6s. And now you can upgrade to a new iPhone every year without the wait. So you'll always have the best iPhone on the best network.
I believe that a person who has the right heart and the right mind, that burns with a single purpose, that person can do anything.
Commence battle. Enemy detected.
The Avengers need your help.
Claymation Marvel's Avengers, available now. Starter pack comes as shown. Other products each sold separately. Batteries not included.
The Colts drive into Houston and collide with J.J. Watt and the Texans. Thursday Night Football on CBS and NFL Network.
This week on an all-new Late Show, it's Senator John McCain. And Tuesday, Stephen welcomes former President Bill Clinton. Don't miss it, only CBS. There's the San Diego offensive line trying to get on the same page. Offensive line coach Joe D'Alessandris with 3 new starters up front.
And that's a lot. I guarantee you, Joe D'Alessandris has had a lot of sleepless nights this week because that is a tough job. He knows Phillip Rivers' health is dependent upon it.
Cleveland's run 6 plays on offense and gained just 3 yards. 10:36 to go first quarter. And it's Johnson on the carry, gets away from 1 tackle and up to the 20-yard line.
Manti Te'o missed that tackle right in the backfield. He was on a run stunt like we saw the Cleveland Browns do a moment ago. He just missed the tackle. Comes right in, untouched, right there in the backfield, has him wrapped up and just can't hang on.
A lot's been made of the Cleveland rush defense, last in the league. Well, the Chargers rush defense is tied for the 4th worst against the run, giving up 135 yards per game. Johnson got 3, it's 2nd and 7. Play action. McCown, well, wide open Barnidge. There is a flag down. Barnidge still going all the way up towards midfield. A gain of 28. And let's see what the flag is.
It's going to be encroachment on the defense in the neutral zone.
Offside. Defense number 94. Penalties declined. Result of the play, first down.
We talked to Josh McCown yesterday, and he told us that Gary Barnidge is a guy that he believes has been underappreciated at this point in his career. He's right here on the end of the line. He's just going to go up and across the field. Good, hard play action. Held those linebackers, open up the big hole underneath the safeties, and a nice play-action pass on 2nd and 7.
A career-high 6 catches for 105 yards last week for Barnidge as Duke Johnson dances his way across the 50 and into San Diego territory.
Yeah, Barnidge is a big guy, 6'6", 250 pounds. He's been in the league for quite a few years, you know, for 8 years, most of them in Carolina, but just never really utilized as a pass receiver, even though he caught a bunch of balls at Louisville in college. Right here, I think he's kind of found a home and a connection with Josh McCown.
Through 3 games, he gained 160 yards through the air. That was more than his entire total from last season. McCown slant to Hartline. And Brian Hartline picks up a Cleveland first down. Brandon Flowers on the coverage.
Yeah. Hartline has been a guy that virtually all of his catches are for first downs on 3rd down. The guy's a great conversion guy. McCown's learning to look for him. He's the biggest receiver by a mile on this Cleveland roster.
That's not saying much.
No, it's not. That's why I say by a mile. He's the only one that's over 6 feet tall and has got real good hands and has made a couple of catches this season that have been phenomenal.
Well, Dwayne Bowe is active today, and he's that bigger body that could potentially fit into this Cleveland offense. Only playing 1 game and 8 snaps so far this year. And lots of movement on the line.
False start. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. Go first down.
Rare penalty on Joe Thomas. While Cleveland has lost 4 straight games on the road, dating back to last year, they have not won since week 12 in Atlanta. Trying to get something going here on the road.
And you look at the numbers, I mean, my goodness, 11 turnovers and negative 51 in point differential. This is a team that desperately needs to do something positive on the road.
Mike Pettin in his 2nd season as head coach. Johnson on the carry. Some room around the left side up to the 42-yard line. Teo with another tackle.
One of the things about this Browns offense that is completely the opposite of San Diego is their offensive line guys almost never miss a snap. They played in 192 of 190 snaps this year. Those 5 guys, they just don't leave.
192 of 195. The right guard, John Greco, just missed 3 snaps in 1 game this year. The rest of them been intact.
2nd down and 12. They fake the handoff. Pressure coming from Robinson, and McCown just throws it away. Good job by McCown to not take that sack, but it will bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, you can live with that, though, because he gets outside the pocket and he knows he's scrambling to the right side of the offense. There's absolutely nobody out there, so he just tosses it because he's outside the box. Smart play by McCown to give himself another down.
3rd and 12.
There's Johnny Manziel, the backup quarterback, and actually Austin Davis is active today, the 3rd-string quarterback, for the first time this season, or 2nd time, I should say. 3rd down and 12. McCown fires to Benjamin, and he is tackled about a yard short of the first down. Brandon Flowers makes the tackle.
Gives him a chance at a field goal here if they choose to try it, but just a simple slant by Benjamin. He has turned into a guy, I think, surprisingly dependable for a guy of his stature. I mean, usually, smaller guys are hit and miss. This guy, they've been dependent on. He's been pretty consistent.
This is a 50-yard field goal opportunity that Cleveland's going to pass up on. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 2.
Mike Pettin is not shy about going for it on 4th downs. They're 2 for 4 this season. McCown looks to throw, and that pass is incomplete. The flag comes in. Intended for Benjamin. Flowers on the coverage again. And this is going to be pass interference and an automatic first down.
Pass interference. Defense number 24. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
It is tough to be a defensive back today. I mean, Brandon Flowers is a good physical corner. He's maintained contact there. Chanel, no doubt, he grabbed the shoulder. He affected Travis Benjamin's ability to get to that football. That's the right call, but it is very difficult to play on the outside on defense these days because you really can't do anything.
So the decision to go for it on 4th pays off for the Browns. 1st and 10 from the 26. Crowell puts his head down and gets across the 25 for a gain of 3. The Browns only ran the ball 14 times last week. They threw it 49 times. John DeFilippo, the offensive coordinator, said that is not the formula. And Mike Pettin and DeFilippo, and when we spoke with Josh McCown yesterday, they all said, we're built to run the football. Our offensive line is a veteran group in Cleveland in the wintertime. We need to run the football. So they say they're not going away from that plan. We'll see how many times they run it today. Ninth play of this drive. McCown screen to Johnson, and Manti Te'o again misses a tackle, but not much more doing there. Good job by Johnson to break free. Kendall Reyes finished off the Cleveland rookie.
You know, you were talking about, Andrew, the run game, but let's look at this. We'll see the pressure coming right up the middle. The screen set up, so there's going to be pressure on the quarterback. Again, Manti Te'o right in the right spot. Read it, sniffed it out. He's got to make those tackles for the extra yards lost. But you're right, Andrew. The run game is so vital for this Cleveland Browns. They're just not good enough to beat you if they can't run the football.
3rd down and 13. McCown rolling right, throws on the run. It's caught at the 18-yard line. That's Duke Johnson bringing it in, and he's going to be, again, 2 yards shy of a first, and this time Mike Pettin sends out the kicker, Travis Coons.
Yeah, McCown did a nice job coming to the near side to buy some more time. I don't think the receivers for the Browns did a good enough job trying to give him some place to work for. I mean, all of them kind of looked and they said, it's like they don't expect McCown to do that. I mean, with the 2 quarterbacks they have, Manziel and McCown, that's got to be something you're better at than the Browns were on that play.
It's a 36-yard field goal attempt for Travis Coons, who's 3 for 3 this year. Kick on the way, and it's good. So the Browns strike first with 4:12 to go in the opening quarter. Cleveland has a 3-0 lead.
One-touch access to wireless sound in every room.
Woke up too late for McDonald's breakfast. OMG. Sad face emoji, broken heart emoji.
Why can't we get at McDonald's Be Fast all day? Why?
There's an ancient prophecy tells of a boy who could fly.
You will unite our people against the pirates.
Give me that boy.
I'm not afraid of him. If we're gonna beat him, we're gonna do it together.
Rated PG. It's intelligent enough to warn of danger from virtually anywhere. It's been smashed, dropped, and driven. It's perceptive enough to detect other vehicles on the road. It's been shaken, rattled, and pummeled. It's innovative enough to brake by itself, park itself, and help you steer. It's been in the rain, the cold, and dragged through the mud. Introducing the all-new Mercedes-Benz GLE. It's where brains meet brawn.
Don't miss a new Big Bang Theory, Monday at 8, 7 Central, only CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Pennzoil Synthetics. Make the switch to Pennzoil Pure Plus Synthetics today. And by Verizon. Watch live primetime games with NFL Mobile, only on Verizon.
Back in San Diego, where once again the Chargers are playing from behind. They have not had a first quarter lead in their last 9 games. Field goal by Coons, who's now 4 for 4 this season, and he'll kick it away to Brandon Oliver, who's back deep. With Steve Berline and Steve Tasker, Scott Kaplan down on the sideline. I'm Andrew Catalan. We thank you for joining us. Week 4 of the NFL on CBS, and it's a touchback for Coons. San Diego will try to get something going offensively. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
There's no one road out there. No one surface. No one speed. No one way of driving on each and every road. But there is one car that can conquer them all. The Mercedes-Benz C-Class. 5 driving modes let you customize the steering, shift points, and suspension to fit the mood you're in and the road you're on. The 2016 C-Class, starting at $38,950.
Does this $20 family fillet meal have 8 pieces of original recipe chicken?
Yes.
2 large mashed potatoes and gravy?
Yes.
And are you the real Colonel Sanders?
Yes. It's finger-licking good.
The Kelley Blue Book Price Advisor, a powerful tool that shows you what you should pay. It gives you a fair purchase price that's based on what others recently paid for the same new car and Kelley Blue Book's trusted pricing expertise. KBB.com.
CBS Tonight. Ted Danson comes to CSI Cyber.
Let the games begin.
And is teaming up with Academy Award winner Patricia Arquette.
Our target is very real and very dangerous.
The plot thickens.
CSI Cyber premieres tonight.
You are watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
Your weekend starts when the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans square off on Thursday Night Football on CBS and NFL Network. And just a moment ago, the Colts beat the Jaguars in overtime without Andrew Luck. We'll see if Luck's able to go. Short week this week for the Colts, who have just owned the Texans all time. Back here in San Diego, Phillip Rivers 0 for 4 so far, and the Chargers have run only 6 plays and have negative 9 yards. Playing from behind once again. They've gone with consecutive 3-and-outs here in the first quarter.
One of the things Phillip Rivers told us yesterday, though, was that he really felt that last week a matchup issue was going to be a problem against Minnesota, the Vikings. Michael Griffin, they felt the defensive end, they couldn't block him physically. Today he feels better about the matchup with his offensive line against the Cleveland Browns defensive front.
Play action on first down. Rivers looking deep for Malcolm Floyd. Incomplete, but a flag is down. It was Tramon Williams on the coverage with Floyd.
Yeah, they were tied up all the way down the field as Malcolm Floyd was doing his best to make it look like they were tied up anyway as well.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 22. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
They're coming right at you as Floyd's going to push up the field. There you see the handful of jersey. That is a call right there that they're going to make every time. If the officials, and they're instructed to do it this year, if they see a handful of jersey pulled away from the body, it's a flag automatic.
Well, that was blatant. I don't know what in the world the Cleveland Brown defender was thinking on that play.
Third penalty against the Browns here in the first quarter. It's Gordon on 1st and 10. Gordon gets to the outside and taken down at the 29-yard line. You can replay every game of the 2015 season on demand with NFL Game Pass. Go to NFL.com/Game Pass to start your free trial.
And now Phillip Rivers is going to go no huddle. It's a smart move. It gives him a chance to take more control of his protection and dictate a little bit as to what the front can do against them.
San Diego has run 78 plays out of the no huddle so far this season, 4th most in the NFL. Rivers has time, fires, Floyd makes the catch at the 45-yard line. Still going before Desir finally takes him down. A gain of 20 from Malcolm Floyd, who averages 21 yards per catch.
Well, they were man-to-man all over the football field. And if you're going to do that against the Chargers, you better get to Phillip Rivers. This is one of the few times we've seen so far Phillip Rivers has plenty of time. He brings in Melvin Gordon. He actually releases through the formation, and they just couldn't get to Phillip Rivers, and that's the reason that pass was completed. Man-to-man all over the field with a single safety, and Rivers had all kinds of time to let his guys work.
We asked Phillip Rivers, with all of the carousel going on in the offensive line, does that limit how much you can use the no huddle with some new guys up front. He said, no, we're built to run the no huddle, and we're going to do it even without 3/5 of their offensive line today. Gordon is stuffed by Dante Whitner, who comes up to make the tackle. Whitner's been under fire lately for a slow start this season, but he makes a nice play here.
Here's Dante Whitner coming up on the snap. Great job, timed it perfectly. Melvin Gordon never had a chance. He's a guy that we expected to see a lot more of, not Whitner. We expected to see Gordon a lot more involved in this game early. I'm surprised we haven't, especially with the stats against his Cleveland defense.
3 carries, no yards for Gordon. Woodhead in it, running back. Woodhead makes the catch, and Woodhead out of bounds in Cleveland territory at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6.
This is a team that has played from behind with Phillip Rivers for the entire season, as we spoke about. This is the first half of these games, and then the second half. And we spoke to Mike Pettin about it. He told his defenders, don't talk to Phillip. He gets angry and all enemies behind, and he plays a lot better when the chips are down and when his heat is on.
3rd down and 8. Rivers in the shotgun with Woodhead next to him. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Rivers caught by Darius Green, and Green is tackled right at the sticks. And with that spot, they're going to give him a 1st down.
Well, he's a guy that really needs to be involved in this Chargers passing game. Phillip Rivers really happy to have Darius Green back. You know, already without Antonio Gates, who's serving the final game of a 4-game suspension. Ladarius Green been out with a concussion. Great to have him back out there.
Did not play last week, but cleared the protocol. Here's Woodhead, 2nd level running, and another 1st down for San Diego, a gain of 12.
Oh, that was a nice job running off that left side of the offensive line. Surprisingly, the left side did a nice job firing out. They're going to cave in right here, the left side of this defensive line. Nobody's there to set the edge for Cleveland, and San Diego runs right by him. That was a misalignment.
So San Diego now inside the 30. 7th play of the drive. Rivers to Keenan Allen, incomplete. It was Johnson Botamosi on the coverage, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Just good tight coverage on the outside. Phillip Rivers put that ball up and outside where either his guy or nobody could get it. Give Batamosi credit on that. He made a good play.
Phillip Rivers making his 148th consecutive start today. That ties the franchise record set by Russ Washington. It's the 2nd longest active streak in the NFL right now, behind Eli Manning. Rivers taking a deep shot towards the end zone, and it is caught. Was he inbounds? Yes! Touchdown, Keenan Allen. What a throw by Phillip Rivers, and it's the 3rd touchdown this season for Keenan Allen.
Yeah, Pierre Desir has been playing pretty well today, challenging receivers, but you saw Keenan Allen got a nice release on the outside. When Phillip Rivers sees that, that ball's up quick and right on the money. Great throw. Look at the release by Keenan Allen, though. He gets off nice and clean, and he's beyond Desir before he has a chance. That ball placed absolutely perfectly over the outside shoulder of Keenan Allen. Super throw by Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, that was a fantastic throw.
And how about this? First time this season the Chargers have had a lead in any of the first 3 quarters. Remember in that Week 1 win, they were down 21-3 against the Lions before a big comeback. So finally a lead for San Diego. And here's Josh Lambo to attempt the extra point. Meanwhile, the Browns had only allowed 3 first-quarter points all season until this touchdown from Rivers to Allen. Extra point is good as we go back to the touchdown pass.
Well, here's Keenan Allen on the outside right there. He's just going to run straight up the field. Not going to go out of bounds, hopefully. Phillip Rivers, he sees the safety in the middle of the field. Does a good job holding him back in the middle so he can't get over there to make a play. And then on the outside, the ball dropped perfectly over the top. That's a great job of identification. Phillip Rivers, I'm sure, saw that bump coverage pre-snap. He's got the freedom, Mike McCoy told us, at any point to change the play. He knew it was man-to-man coverage, identified it, and made the great throw.
An 8-play, 80-yard drive, capped off by the 28-yard touchdown pass from Rivers to Keenan Allen. Allen had 2 touchdowns last week against the Vikings.
Yeah, no, there isn't a quarterback in the league that takes any more ownership over the offense. Even Peyton Manning in Denver, who everybody knows does that. This guy runs the whole show out there. Now, he certainly gets input from Frank Reich, the quarterback, the offensive coordinator, head coach Mike McCoy. He's a former offensive coordinator. But they give him such autonomy on the field, and he really, really has emerged as one of the best guys there is doing it.
Justin Gilbert again back deep to receive the kickoff, and he's going to take a knee. Cleveland will get the ball at the 20. Tonight on 60 Minutes, they look like they are from the future, but they are riding on our roads right now. Driverless cars on 60 Minutes tonight, only CBS. Final 48 seconds of the first quarter. Josh McCown has started 7 of 10 for 62 yards. His team trails 7-3.
This scoring drive summary is presented by True Blue Funding. Chargers scoring on a Phillip
There's a look at those first 10 attempts for McCown.
To Keenan Allen.
And he'll start this drive at the 20.
Well, the key for Cleveland right now, they've got to stay balanced. Their running game has to emerge. They've got to keep clicking off first downs.
McCown to the tight end Barnidge at the 25, dragged down by Teo at the 27. Josh McCown told us last night that the catch radius that Barnidge has makes him such a great target. He can really throw the ball anywhere, and he's confident Barnidge can get it.
Well, Josh McCown, very alert, knew Patrick Robinson, number 26, was coming off the edge there, and had the bootleg coming. He was ready to throw the ball. Barnidge, another nice game.
Already the 3rd catch today for Barnidge. 2nd and 1. This could be the final play of the first quarter. Crowell on the carry. He's got the 1st and more. Crowell into San Diego territory. And finally tackled by Eric Weddle. Big run for Crowell, a 32-yard scamper, the longest of the season. And that is the final play of the first quarter. We'll return to San Diego after these messages. You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
That is the first quarter with the score.
The beautiful sound of customers making the most of their United flight. Power, Wi-Fi, and streaming entertainment. That's Seize the Journey friendly.
This helps me to manage my chronic pain, but it came with some baggage.
You're not the only one. Opioids block pain signals by attaching to something called mu receptors here, but they also attach to mu receptors in the bowel, and that can cause opioid-induced constipation, or OIC.
I could struggle with OIC the whole time I take my opioid?
Maybe not. There's Movantik. Movantik can help reduce OIC by blocking opioids from binding to mu receptors in the bowel. Do not take Movantik if you have a bowel blockage or a history of them. Serious side effects may include a tear in your stomach or intestine, and can also include symptoms of opioid withdrawal. Common side effects include stomach pain, diarrhea, nausea, gas, vomiting, and headache. Tell your doctor about any side effects and about medicines you take, as Movantik may interact with them, causing side effects.
So go on. Talk to your doctor about opioid-induced constipation.
And ask if once-daily Movantik is right for you. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
I'm Henrietta Lang. I'm going to be directing your photo shoot.
It's lights.
Chop, chop, people!
Camera.
These images might not be safe for work.
And a whole lot of action.
There are people who wish you harm.
When I say run, run. A new NCIS Los Angeles, CBS Monday.
Big play by Isaiah Crowell to close out the first quarter for Cleveland. They trail 7-3 at the start of the second as we go back to that run.
Well, you'll see the blocking here is going to come out, and the back just comes out. He's going to stretch this play, and when he sees the gap, he's going to take it to the house and gets right through the gap in the defense. Just a great zone stretch play, and you can see they call it a stretch because the defense, the closer to the sideline it gets, the thinner their stretch, and the back picks his spot and breaks the big one.
So to start this second quarter, Cleveland has the ball at the San Diego 39-yard line. It's 1st and 10. McCown to Gabriel, trying to get him in some space. Slips a tackle up to the 35-yard line as we go down to Scott Kaplan.
Andrew, from the Cleveland sideline, Brian Hartline, their wide receiver, is out of this game right now. It's being reported as a rib and a thigh injury, so 2 injuries to Brian Hartline. His return is being called questionable at this point.
All right, Scott, that could mean more of Dwayne Bowe, who is active today. Mike Pettin said Bowe had the best practice of the season for him on Wednesday. And Bowe claims he's ready to make a contribution to this Cleveland team. Gain of 5 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 5. McCown looking deep for Duke Johnson in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Cleveland! A 34-yard score. And that's the first touchdown of Duke Johnson's career.
Well, they got man-to-man coverage with Melvin Ingram, and Duke Johnson was up to the task. What a great throw from McCown as well.
Well, this is the brilliant play design. You're going to see the shift that Cleveland has. They've shifted both running backs out there. That's Duke Johnson. And you got, right here, you got Manti Te'o and another linebacker lined up on the outside. Josh McCown sees man-to-man coverage, knows that a linebacker cannot run with his running back 40 yards down the field, and makes a tremendous throw over the top.
Extra point by Coons is good. We spoke with Josh McCown last night. We said, do you like Duke Johnson as a pass catcher out of the backfield? He said, I love him. Loves it here. Cleveland back on top.
The moment's arrived. The best iPhone ever is here. And you're all like, and then you remember there's Verizon, which is great because if you're going to get the best iPhone, wouldn't you want to have the best network? Kind of makes you want to jump for joy. Tell all your friends and family, even throw a party. Get up to $400 when you switch to Verizon and trade up to the iPhone 6S. And now you can upgrade to a new iPhone every year without the wait, so you'll always have the best iPhone on the best network.
Amore. Subito.
The all-new Fiat 500X crossover, featuring an available Uconnect system with a 6.5-inch touchscreen and available all-wheel drive. Well-rounded, has never looked so sharp. Lease a 500X for only $179 a month for 39 months and get up to 34 mpg highway.
This Wednesday,
She took a bunch of coins.
she swallowed them?
$3.80.
Marcia Gay Harden is fantastic, fierce, and compelling.
You can no longer tell the difference between instinct and raw fear.
This matters to us. It matters.
Code Black, new CBS this Wednesday after Criminal Minds.
Join in the fight against breast cancer. Learn more about a Crucial Catch Day on October 13th and find out how you can help make a crucial catch at NFL.com/pink. 14-10 to go in the first half, and Cleveland has retaken the lead 10-7. San Diego's lead only lasted 1 minute and 38 seconds on the first touchdown of Duke Johnson's career. Brandon Oliver awaiting the kickoff from Coons. Cleveland trying to stop a 4-game road losing streak that dates back to week 12 of last year. Oliver's going to take this one out from 7 yards deep. And that does not pay off as he's tackled at the 15-yard line. Let's go back to that touchdown by the Browns.
Well, quarterbacks are looking at all kinds. This is brilliant play design by John DeFilippo, the offensive coordinator. Look at this, how they came out of the huddle. And they shift both running backs, Malcolm Johnson, and right here, Duke Johnson on the inside. The quarterback now sees two linebackers out over the top of this play. He knows because they're linebackers, it's man-to-man defense. There's no safety help over the top, and he lobs that ball in there perfectly. That's, if it would have been a corner or a safety out there over the running backs, he would have thrown the ball to somebody else. Great read, great design on that play.
So Rivers with poor field position here to start this drive. On the last drive, Rivers was 4 of 5 for 62 yards and a touchdown. Dontrell Inman with his first catch of the season, tackled right away by Christian Kirksey.
Right away, the Cleveland Browns come out. They're only rushing 4. They're in a very vanilla front. I think they're going to have to get back to starting to send some pressure. Phillip Rivers is the focal point of this offense. They've got to get him off his spot and harass him to be successful.
Justin Gilbert in at corner at the bottom of your screen, covering Stevie Johnson. Rivers looking that way, catch is made, and then Gilbert makes the tackle. And that could be a matchup that Phillip Rivers will look for today. Where's Justin Gilbert, who's really struggled so far in his young career?
Yeah, and believe me, Phillip Rivers is as astute as anybody about who's on the field, where is the best matchup, and he will try and exploit it.
Again, Joe Hayden not playing today, even though he was listed as probable. He's inactive. Melvin Gordon with room, up the middle, and Gordon finally taken down at midfield by Gilbert. A gain of 23 for the rookie Melvin Gordon.
This is just going to be blocked just like we thought it would be. This man-on-man coming up here. It's just another zone stretch play to the other side that we saw the Browns be successful with.
Back to Gordon again.
Turnabout is fair play, and I think the Chargers have hit on something here. They've started to spread the defense of the Browns out and go spread offense, and that has vanillaed their front. They're only bringing 4 guys, and it's made it much easier to sort those guys who's rushing and who's not out. They struggled with it early, but by spreading out the defense, now they've simplified it.
Gordon gets a break on 2nd and 3. Danny Woodhead in at running back. Rivers over the middle, caught by Ladarius Green, and he's got another San Diego first down. Well, Phillip Rivers has already completed passes to 6 different receivers. And through the first 3 weeks of the season, San Diego was the only team that had 5 players with over 100 yards receiving. So he has been spreading the wealth. This time he hands it off to Woodhead, who's tackled by Paul Kruger at the 31-yard line.
Danny Woodhead is such a fun guy to watch play the game of football. He's the smallest guy on the field, but he's got the biggest heart, and he can do so many different things for you offensively right there. Good job defending him, wrapping him up on the draw play.
Rivers fires left, and it's incomplete. It was Desir on the coverage, as once again Rivers was looking for Dontrell Inman.
Yeah, and Inman did a nice job not to let that pass be intercepted. Desir did a nice job of anticipating this throw. Watch how he comes in, gets in front of Inman. That's just good coverage right there. That's a Phillip Rivers is taking a chance throwing that one.
3rd down and 6. San Diego 1 for 3 on 3rd downs today. Quick pass caught by Stevie Johnson, gets away from one, and Johnson is tackled short of the first down marker.
That was great defense by the Cleveland Browns. They came up and showed Phillip Rivers that they were playing cover 0, no safety back deep, and you got straight across the board, man-to-man coverage, basically telling Phillip Rivers you're going to blitz. They threw a screen pass, had the right play on, and Cleveland just was better in their execution, made a great stop.
So here's Josh Lambo, the rookie out of Texas A&M, attempting a 46-yard field goal. His long this year is 40. This would tie the game. Kick on the way, and Lambo is good.
46-yard field goal.
So the Chargers answer the touchdown by Duke Johnson They put 3 on the board. And here in the second quarter in San Diego, we are tied at 10. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
I hold it down like a Snapchat, go over your head like a snapback, uploaded a pic, double tap that, and your flow so old, granddad. Bruh, it's just banter. Yeah. I'm way too much like a black cap. Why you stop chatting in the club for? Just dance, man. Like yo from a lamb, yo from a lamb. Ain't no girl better than. I ain't got time to be TikTok, but I got a new wristwatch.
130 yards now.
Bill's got a very tough lie here.
Looks like we have some sort of sea monster in the water hazard here.
I believe that's a kraken, Bruce.
It looks like he's going to go with the 9-iron. That may not be enough club.
Well, he's definitely going to lose a stroke on this hole.
If you're a golf commentator, you whisper. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
This golf course is electric.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Dodge.
Back in San Diego, where there was some rain earlier this morning and still some cloudy skies overhead, but it's not raining right now. Josh Lambo's field goal has just tied the game at 10 with 10:37 to go in the first half. Justin Gilbert again back deep for the Browns. And Gilbert's going to take this one out. Gilbert at the 20. Down the sideline, out of bounds at the 23. On that last drive for San Diego, Malcolm Floyd was not out there for the Chargers. Scott Kaplan has an update.
Andrew, that's right. You mentioned Dontrell Inman's name several times during that last San Diego offensive possession. The reason that you had to call his name is because Malcolm Floyd has been sent to the locker room. San Diego is saying right now he's in there for evaluation. They are not yet reporting what they are evaluating. We'll let you know as soon as Malcolm Floyd comes back out from the locker room.
And you see there the catch that Floyd made back in the first quarter. Did take a shot to his helmet, but we'll wait for official word from the Chargers. A 37-yard return by Gilbert. 1st and 10 for the Browns. McCown in trouble, and Josh McCown is sacked. Second sack today for the Chargers defense. And Melvin Ingram, one of the first to get back there for San Diego.
And Josh McCown has got to be careful with this football. He already has one fumble. He's known to be very, very lazy with protecting that football in the pocket. Right there, almost got knocked out again on him.
Well, he was staring down Travis Benjamin. He couldn't. Benjamin got double teamed. He didn't have anywhere to throw it.
Browns quarterbacks have now been sacked 12 times this season. It's Crowell on 2nd and long, trying to find some room up the middle, and maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Cleveland's done a good job on 3rd downs this year, 46%. Last year it was just 29%. However, so far today, Mike Pettine's team is 0 for 4. Here comes the San Diego crowd on 3rd and 10. McCown over the middle to Johnson, makes the catch at the 33, still going for a Cleveland 1st down, all the way up to the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips, but a gain of 15 for Duke Johnson.
A great job by the Cleveland offensive line. You're going to see The Chargers pulled a stunt up front, but McCown had the time, and Duke Johnson comes in late. McCown gives him the short pass. That's exactly really what the Chargers wanted to happen, a short pass. They just wanted to make the tackle when he caught it, but they couldn't catch Duke Johnson. He turns it into the first down.
That's the 4th catch today for Duke Johnson. He had 6 catches in the first 3 games combined, getting him involved in the passing game. Back to the ground with Crowell. He gets across midfield. A late penalty comes in back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a hold.
10-yard penalty. Big first down.
That's on the center, Alex Mack. Mack had a fractured fibula last year, missed the final 11 games, and Mike Pettin told us last night he doesn't think Alex is all the way back. He's still trying to get his footing under him. Right there.
He pulled him down.
It's when the defensive lineman is trying to rip away and he can't get his shoulders turned to the play. The officials are going to throw that flag because he's obviously being restricted.
4th penalty against the Browns in the first half. McCown has completed 7 straight passes. It's 1st and 20. Making it 8 straight as Gabriel juggles it. Another flag comes in. Gabriel tackled at the 41-yard line by Donald Butler, but let's see what the flag is, and it's another one against the Browns.
Yeah, this was an easy call to make as well.
Pass interference. Offense number 29. 10-yard penalty. Duke first down.
Yeah, Duke Johnson just came off the line, start blocking the defender off the receiver.
He doesn't know what's going on. You got to tell him it's not college. You can do that in college.
Yeah,
the rookie,
you can't do that.
Yeah.
So that makes it 1st down and 30 for Cleveland. Backed all the way up to the 26.
Here it is right here at the bottom. Watch what happens.
Yeah, they got the wrong one. It's 89.
It's 89.
No wonder Duke Johnson was complaining.
Yeah, it was.
5 penalties for 40 yards against the Browns. McCown gets rid of it, incomplete. Pressure was coming. Corey Legion in the backfield.
Melvin Ingram with pressure on the quarterback.
That was Melvin Ingram that wrapped up McCown there. Now it's 2nd down and 30. Ingram forced that fumble of McCown back in the first quarter. McCown has time. Over the middle to a wide open Duke Johnson at the 35. Slips a tackle up to the 40. So Cleveland gets a chunk of that penalty yardage back, a gain of 14, but it's still 3rd down and long.
Well, that's exactly what they were trying to do, is get half of it back. You're not going to get it all in one play, but if you get 2 successful plays together, you can pick it up. Now they get into a third. It's about a 3rd and 14 about right now. So that's more manageable than a 3rd and 24.
And this is an area where, as a quarterback, you're near midfield. If you see a tight window, but you think you can make the throw, you can take a chance. Totally different than being backed up in your own end.
Inside 7 minutes to go, first half. 3rd down and 15, and Josh McCown has to call timeout with the play clock at 1. 3rd down and 15 when we come back to San Diego.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
FanDuel has definitely changed my Sundays. It's made it a lot more interesting.
FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues are paying $75 million a week with immediate cash payouts and no commitment.
I've deposited a total of $35 on FanDuel and won over $2 million.
Just choose a league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
It's like the best adrenaline rush ever.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code microphone.
For me, more than anything, is just caring about your teammates. I think when people care about each other, that goes a long way. What made Ralph Brooks Park, the project we just opened, so great was because we had such a strong team.
A couple of weeks ago, members of the San Diego Chargers participated in the 27th annual shoe distribution, providing back-to-school shoes and socks for children around San Diego County. To date, the event has donated more than 25,000 pairs of sneakers and socks. Eric Weddle, a big part of the community here in San Diego, now in his 9th year in the NFL. The quarterback of that San Diego defense. And members of that defense right now encouraging the fans to get loud on 3rd down and 15 following the timeout by Cleveland. Barnidge, the motion man. Play action. Gabriel makes the catch. Gabriel still going up to midfield, and he's tackled 3 yards short of a first down.
That's the right call there in that situation. I mean, I'd said before the break you could take a chance if you're a quarterback there, but right there Mike Pettin saying, hey, let's throw a nice, safe pass, screen pass. Maybe we get one of our playmakers with the ball in open field, make a guy miss, you got a first down.
Yeah, it's a little conservative, no question, but he does have playmakers out there, and Gabriel's one of them. That's a nice chance, and he didn't come up that short, and one more step the wrong way, and that is a first down. So yeah, a little conservative, but a good call.
Andy Lee leads the NFL in net punting, 47.6 yards. High kick, drifting towards the sideline and out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So again, San Diego not given a chance to return a punt. They have 0 punt return yards this season. 5:54 to go, second quarter. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
All right, listen up. We all know that DirecTV is better at this whole TV thing. So to beat them, we're going to get bigger. We're going to merge with Cable World.
Cable World? I can't stand those guys. They're totally incompetent.
That company stinks, and I mean they smell. I used to work there. I had to breathe through my mouth the whole time.
Shh. They're here.
This is going to be fun, firing everyone.
Get rid of cable and switch to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Chrysler continues to break new ground in fuel efficiency, quality, and innovation, which is impressive. But doing it for 90 years is a reason to celebrate. And there's even more to celebrate with 0% APR for 72 months at the Chrysler Anniversary Celebration event. Get 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on 2015 Chrysler vehicles.
This Tuesday, these agents,
You and Bishop will go in undercover.
are playing house.
You doing, sweetheart? You sure don't look like murderers.
But this is no game.
Bishop went in by herself. Oh my God. Bishop!
New NCIS, then what goes up just came crashing down. It's a mystery
This case makes no sense.
as twisted as the wreckage.
My job is simply to find the truth.
New NCIS New Orleans after NCIS, CBS this Tuesday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. And by Destiny, the Taken King. Become legend. Available now.
Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, join JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, and Coach Cower for all the latest NFL scores and highlights, as well as a preview of Thursday Night Football on CBS and the NFL Network. It's all coming up on the Verizon halftime report. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Once again, starting this drive without Malcolm Floyd, who went to the locker room to be evaluated for an injury. Still waiting for the official word of that injury. Speaking of injuries, San Diego without 3/5 of its starting offensive line today. How are the backups doing?
Well, it started out a little bit shaky. A couple of jailbreaks like right there. That was Melvin Gordon combined with the offensive line, and there was some early pressure on Phillip Rivers. But the last couple of drives, the Chargers offense really has gotten in their sync, in their rhythm. They're running it and throwing the ball much better.
Rivers' pass is juggled and caught by Gordon, tackled from behind by Jamie Meter. Rivers started 0 for 4 in this game, but since then he's 9 of 11 for 87 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, after that first couple of series, they got a handle on what they wanted to do against this Cleveland front, and they forced the Cleveland defenders to spread across the field, and it has simplified it. We saw 6, 7 guys stand around the line of scrimmage, but now the Chargers are not letting them do that with their alignment.
3rd down and 1. Inside 5 minutes to go, first half. Gordon split out wide to the top. Rivers. And the pass is dropped by Keenan Allen. Rivers tried a quick pass to Allen, and San Diego is forced to punt.
I'm sure Phillip Rivers had a very clear idea what he was expecting, and he and Keenan Allen are talking about it right there. But a little bit interesting to go empty backfield on 3rd and 1 in that situation. He's saying, hey, Keenan, just turn and sit right there. Give me a spot to put that ball. I'm going to stick it on you. You just got to fall forward for a first down. But obviously, they were not on the same page, and you scratch your head as to what happened, what to think it was.
You expect the offensive line to have some problems, but the first receiver, no.
That's the 3rd 3 and out for San Diego in this first half, and Cyphers shanks one. Takes a San Diego hop at the 45. Cyphers also shanked one last week in Minnesota, so Cleveland will have good field position. Our first update of the day, back to New York. JB and Bart Scott.
The Mile High. Yeah, they test your lungs. Gary, tell you what, Gary Kubiak is the happiest man on the field. He wants to establish more balance on the offensive side of the ball. Ronnie Hillman takes it 72 yards for the touchdown after Blair Walsh missed. Denver leads 10-0.
And I'm sure Steve, and Scott are in good shape. Back to Andrew Catalan.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Broncos 6-0 at home against the NFC since 2012. Cleveland will start this drive at the 32-yard line. And they'll give it to Duke Johnson, trying to get around the outside. And Johnson slips by a couple, still going out of bounds. Good extra effort there by Duke Johnson. As we go down to Scott Kaplan with an update.
Andrew, Malcolm Floyd still in the Chargers locker room. He has now been ruled out with a concussion. So Malcolm Floyd gone for the remainder of this game.
Wow, thank you very much, Scott. So you'll see more of Dontrell Inman, and Stevie Johnson now will be elevated to that number 2 wide receiver for San Diego. There's Mike McCoy, who was with the Broncos as their offensive coordinator from 2009 to 2012, now in his 3rd season as the Chargers head coach. Johnson ended up getting 3 yards at 2nd and 7. McCown wants to take a deep shot for Benjamin down the sideline and incomplete. Coverage on the play by Brandon Flowers. That's been a good matchup today, Benjamin and Flowers.
Well, Josh McCown, understandably so, when he sees bump coverage on Travis Benjamin, he's going to want to take a shot when he's got a go route like that. Good job by Brandon Flowers right there. There were other receivers open on the field, and in this situation, trying to get some points before the half, I'd like to see McCown take the sure thing. Gary Barnidge was right over the middle, wide open, but I don't blame Josh McCown for wanting to take a shot down the field with that little bottle of dynamite.
Cleveland just 1 for 6 on 3rd downs today. It's 3rd and 7. Pressure coming. McCown fires, incomplete. Dwayne Bowe was the intended target, and it was broken up by Flowers.
Well, Bowe's got to come out of this route a lot better than he did. He was really lazy at the stop at the top of the route. Watch, he gets up, he's going to get Flowers to turn his hips, and you see how he slipped a little bit, but when he plants, he's got to explode back to the line of scrimmage and get some separation. He did not get that done, and that's why the defender was able to defend that pass and be rolled over him.
2nd 3 and out today for Cleveland. No team has gone 3 and out more than the Browns over the last 2 years. Nearly 30% of their drives end in a 3-and-out. Keenan Allen. And the crowd knows it. They finally have punt return yardage this season.
3.
Give them 5 officially. It's amazing. Through 3 games, they had 0 yards in punt returns, and finally, he gets one, and now Keenan Allen a little wobbly after that return, holding his hip. How about the crowd here in San Diego? Very knowledgeable. They knew that finally they got something.
Yeah, Keenan Allen, you know, he's back there, probably not willingly. He's back there because they don't have anybody else up on the roster right now that can return punts, and he's been reluctant to not fair catch it, but right there he said, I'm going to try and get one.
Jacoby Jones inactive. He's their normal returner, his 3rd straight game with an ankle injury. So San Diego backed up with 3:35 to go in the first half. Rivers fires to Johnson, spins and runs up across the 20 for a gain of 10 and a San Diego first down.
Stevie Johnson's a guy that's going to get a lot more attention. You see there, that's what he's so good at. You see him shake and bake off the line of scrimmage. He's very good at that.
Woodhead on the carry, puts his head down, gets across the 25. Never miss a moment of football action with the CBS Sports app. Every play, every story, every highlight, right as they happen. Download the CBS Sports app now at cbssports.com/mobile. 3 carries, 19 yards for Danny Woodhead, but San Diego with just 53 yards rushing in the first half. Rivers back to the air to Woodhead. Plenty of room to run. Danny Woodhead to the 40 and shoved out of bounds at the 43-yard line by Williams. A 16-yard pickup for San Diego.
Here's what you're going to, great design on this play. Here's Danny Woodhead right here. All he's going to do is swing across here, but watch what happens. All the Cleveland Browns are swung this way. There's nobody coming across with Danny Woodhead. When he slips out underneath, there's nobody on that side of the field. It's just green grass for Danny Woodhead, and that's not a bottle or recipe for success for the Cleveland Browns.
2:20 to go. San Diego with all 3 timeouts. Rivers steps up and just flings this one away, and a late flag comes in back in the secondary. And this is going to go against the Browns.
Whenever the play gets extended, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defensive backs, and they start to get desperate.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 26, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's on Pierre Desir, who's starting for the injured Joe Hayden today.
And Phillip Rivers is not a guy to extend very many pass plays. He's not a running quarterback. So when this play goes long, there you see, that's just what we said. Whenever you get a handful of jersey, you're going to get a flag.
6th penalty of the first half for the Browns. They've averaged 7 penalties per game through the first 3 weeks. 1st and 10 for San Diego. Rivers fires, great attempt by Johnson. Tramon Williams on the coverage, it's incomplete.
Yeah, that was good coverage by Tramon Williams all the way across the field with Stevie Johnson. Phillip Rivers put this ball the only place he could put it to give Stevie Johnson a chance, but you see Williams right there on top of Stevie Johnson the whole way.
Again, Malcolm Floyd out with a concussion, so it's more of Dontrell Inman. He's lined up all the way to the top of your screen. Delayed handoff to Woodhead. Danny Woodhead into Cleveland territory, up to the 45-yard line. That takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be 3rd down from San Diego when we come back.
Hey, what are you doing? I got 17 months until I can upgrade to the new iPhone 6S. I'm building a time machine so I don't have to wait.
Oh, with Sprint, I never have to wait. I get to upgrade to the newest iPhone right away, whenever it comes out.
Seriously?
Seriously.
I've got to switch to Sprint.
What's that?
My lunch, it's just leftovers from tomorrow night.
The world's best offer on iPhone 6S. Get iPhone 6S as low as $1 a month when you trade in your iPhone 6. And with iPhone Forever, get a new iPhone every year, forever.
These wings are pretty great, huh?
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, it's a wing ring.
What's a wing ring?
I ask it what kind of wings I should have, and it tells me. Today it said honey barbecue.
I want to ask it a question.
Oh, you know what? I got like 2% battery on this thing.
Come on, let me just...
Yeah, I wish I could.
You have battery in a ring?
Yeah, it's like 8 gigs.
That's 2 different things. One is memory and one's battery.
Cool. All I know is like, no, you can't use it.
Good luck choosing 100% all-white meat boneless chicken wings in 6 delicious flavors. Or buy one, get one free every Monday night. This is how you Sonic.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. Good. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier. Did anybody catch that play? No. Okay, we're gonna act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm gonna break the huddle confidently, and we're gonna call it incomplete.
Mike's on!
First down! Thank you! 70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home. Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
Castrol Edge Motor Oil presents the Titanium Strong Play of the Week.
Let's go, Bengals on 3. 1, 2, 3, Bengals!
Trailing the Ravens in the fourth quarter last week, Bengals quarterback Andy Dalton connected with receiver A.J. Green, who powered through a would-be tackle by defensive back Jimmy Smith for an 80-yard touchdown, sparking a comeback win in Baltimore. Castrol Edge, Titanium Strong, for maximum performance.
Survivor Wednesday.
This season offers a second chance to change what didn't work the first time. If you don't change, your second chance can end at any time. It's time to change things up.
Already?
From 2 tribes to 3 tribes.
Oh my God. New Survivor CBS Wednesday.
Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, join JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, and Coach Cower for all the latest NFL scores and highlights, as well as a preview of Thursday Night Football on CBS and the NFL Network. It's all coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. 2-minute warning here in San Diego. The Chargers and Mike McCoy have all 3 timeouts remaining, and they're faced with a 3rd down and 3 from the Cleveland 45-yard line. Rivers in the shotgun, Woodhead next to him. And movement on the line, and it looked like Cleveland jumped. Another penalty going against the Browns.
You know, I can tell you honestly that Phillip Rivers probably made it very clear to his linemen in the huddle before this play. We're going hard count. We're going to get him to jump. Nobody moved. You could see how excited DJ Fluker was up front.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
That's a veteran move by a quarterback, making it very clear to his offense. You see Fluker right there. He was waiting for somebody to move. Knew right away they were going to get that offside.
It's the little victories that make you happy during the game.
I like sorry, Andrew. Go ahead.
I was going to say, 7th penalty against the Browns. They average 7 per game, and that's the 3rd time today that San Diego's been given a first down because of a Cleveland penalty. Rivers fires to Johnson, makes the catch at the 26-yard line and out of bounds. Made the grab right in front of Tramon Williams.
You had a great example of Phillip Rivers there controlling that field.
Yeah, and you see Stevie Johnson, who's been, really elevated to that number 2 spot. That's a deep out route. If the defender comes inside, Stevie Johnson's going to go deep to the corner, but because the defender's over the top, he broke it to the sidelines. He and Rivers saw the same thing.
Listen, he's down, and then Lucy, come over here. Yeah. Green key, hey, toss her. Hey, Jose.
It's quite a conversation.
Delta, son.
Rivers directing traffic. On the run, throws it away. That was a great listen to Phillip Rivers and what he does at the line of scrimmage.
They say, listen, this guy's down. Mike is this guy. You got him.
You come
I'll
over
take
here.
This guy. You run over to the car and make a left.
And one of the keys for the Browns today, what they told us, was holding their looks on defense, because Rivers does so much pre-snap, and Mike Pettin didn't want his defense to move around too much. He called it a high-stakes game of poker, and who would give up the tell? He didn't want his defense to give up the tell, or as he said, allow Rivers to read their mail, was the quote he used. Rivers, and that pass is broken up, intended for Ladarius Green, and Carlos Dansby got a hand on it.
Once again, the Chargers spread everything out. Phillip Rivers is so accurate and so adept. You can see how good a throw that was. It really took a great effort by Dansby to get a hand on that. Great defensive effort by that veteran inside linebacker.
I expect Phillip Rivers to take a shot up the field on this play because they're already in field goal range. He's going to find the right matchup, maybe up top. He's got a one-on-one coverage up top. He's got it at the bottom down here as well.
3rd down and 10. Rivers and a miscommunication. Rivers can't believe it. He's looking at Ladarius Green and telling him he went the wrong way.
Ladarius Green is looking back at him thinking he did the right thing, but there you see Green's getting jammed at the line by Kirksey.
You got to give Cleveland credit, though. They even fooled me on that one, Andrew. I think I know how to read these coverages. I thought it was going to be man-to-man, single safety. I think that's what Phillip Rivers saw. Turns out they ended up at the last minute holding their cards like you talked about, and the safeties came flying out of there to a 2-deep coverage. I think they got Phillip Rivers that time.
Lambo with a 45-yard attempt. And the kick is good. Remember, Antonio Gates, Phillip's favorite target, serving the final game of his 4-game suspension today.
TV is the best. Nice try, Eva. Texting is better.
Nothing's better than Twitter.
Smartwatches are the future.
Your entrees.
Hearty.
But mine orders Domino's.
So does mine.
I can order Domino's on Twitter.
So can a text. Pizza emoji sent, Domino's ordered. Smiley face.
Use your favorite device to order 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas for $5.99 each.
1:36 to go in the second quarter, and San Diego has a 13-10 lead. The Chargers have trailed at halftime in each of their last 6 games going back to last year, but Cleveland does have 2 timeouts and 1:36 to go. And this Browns defense has had trouble giving up touchdowns late in the first half this year. The Jets got them for 1 late in the first half, week 1. And last week, the Raiders with a touchdown late in the first half. Here they hold San Diego to a field goal. It's a 3-point game, and Lambo will kick it away. Once again, Justin Gilbert back deep to receive the kickoff for Cleveland. Lambo with a touchback. Browns football at the 20 when we come back.
Let's do this. Fall is all around. Let's put it in the yard. Add some color. Lose the cord. Let's go all out with reds, yellows, and plenty of orange. And save a bunch of green. Then sit back, settle in, and celebrate cooler weather with a much cooler yard. Let's do this. Get the power of gas with this cordless Ego blower, just $179. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
2 timeouts for the Browns. 1:36 remains here in the first half. McCown out of the shotgun. Feels the pressure, steps up, and now he goes down. Jerry Atachu with the first sack of the season for the second-year man out of Georgia Tech.
Well, I put this one on Josh McCown. He had to step up in the pocket, try and find something, but man, you hang on to the ball that long, eventually they're going to close that on you and get you to the turf.
San Diego called timeout, and they now have 2 remaining. There's a loss of 1 on the play. And the 3rd sack today by the San Diego defense. They came in with only 1 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and that was back in the second quarter of week 1 against Detroit. So they've been calling for some more sacks here in San Diego. The fans want to see them. They've already got 3 here in the first half. John Pagano, defensive coordinator for the Chargers. 4th season as the defensive coordinator, but 14th year here in San Diego. 2nd down and 11. McCown in trouble, gets rid of it to Johnson. Nearly another sack. Johnson finally dragged down by Eric Weddle. And another timeout is called by San Diego. So the Chargers trying to get the ball back. They have one remaining. It'll be 3rd down for Cleveland when we come back.
It's not long. That tiny moment of anticipation before the next song. But it's all the time we need. We've already studied every note, every beat, to bring you this song. Your song. Right here.
1:21 to go. San Diego has one timeout remaining. It's 3rd down and 2 for the Browns. Chargers trying to get the ball back in the hands of Phillip Rivers before halftime. McCown over the middle to Johnson, and it's going to depend on the spot. It's right at the marker, and he's got it. That's a big 1st down for Cleveland.
That's a great job by Duke Johnson. Veteran move, knowing where those sticks are.
And that means San Diego wasted their first 2 timeouts.
7 catches today for Duke Johnson. He had 6 in the first 3 games, and there's a flag down as Melvin Ingram came running, but did Cleveland jump first?
They blew this play dead because Melvin Ingram was going to come off the corner. The official blew it a little bit premature.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 54. Unabated to the quarterback. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
Yeah, on those, your offense would almost rather not have that penalty blown.
This is with a play that Duke Johnson found the 1st down marker. Great job just getting north and south. That's a huge 1st down, like we discussed, because it keeps the ball away from Phillip Rivers.
56 seconds remain. 2 timeouts for the Browns on 1st and 5. McCown fires, caught by Benjamin at the 45 and brought down at the 47-yard line. Cleveland moves the chains after a gain of 11. Inside 40 seconds to go. McCown to Andrew Hawkins for his first catch of the day. He's tackled a yard short, and Mike Pettin calls timeout with 31 seconds to go.
It's a great spot for a timeout. They've got 2nd and very short. Now here's a chance, if you're just shy of the 1st down, now's a chance for you to maybe take a shot down the field. You got 2nd and short. You know you can get that 1st down, particularly with a quarterback like McCown, who can pick his spots to just lean forward and scramble for a yard. And you've got the timeout left, so this is a perfect place to take it and go for the end zone on this play.
Well, I think that 1st down by Duke Johnson did a bunch of things. Number one, it kept the ball away from Phillip Rivers, which I think was Mike Pettin's #1 priority. But number 2, it allowed them to become more aggressive in their mentality now. Now we got the timeouts, and we can maybe get ourselves into field goal range or better. They've become much more aggressive offensively since that point.
2nd down and 1. McCown looking for Benjamin. Flag is down. Benjamin was out of bounds, no catch, but there was a lot of contact in the secondary.
Yeah, and they're going to call it against San Diego. And this is, now they're starting to edge. It's going to be a 1st down.
Use hands. Hands in the face. Defense number 23. 5-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
That's on Steve Williams, the 3rd-year corner out of Cal.
Yeah, just right off the snap.
Right off the snap. Nice back shoulder throw. Benjamin's toe comes down out of bounds, or that would have been a fantastic catch and put him in field goal range.
Now keep in mind, Travis Coons, the Cleveland kicker, is in his 1st year. His career long is 41, although he did make an extra point from 48 yards because of penalties. McCown fires again to Benjamin, makes the catch out of bounds at the 23, right in front of Steve Williams, a gain of 16.
Watch this. Wow, this is a great catch. I was excited about a block made on this play. A great throw and catch by Travis Benjamin and Josh McCown right there.
Benjamin told us yesterday when we spoke to him, if McCown sees the one-on-one coverage with me, he's really willing to throw it. And Benjamin has become so consistent for this club. You're going to see a lot more of him. When he gets single coverage, Josh McCown really, at this point, is not looking anywhere else.
4 catches, 45 yards for Benjamin. 21 seconds to go. McCown in trouble, and McCown throws it incomplete, very close to grounding, but no flag on the play. With 15 seconds left, and Cleveland still has that one timeout.
Well, the only thing that's off the table right now is they're not going to take a run play right there. They're going to continue to air it out, and they're going to try and get down close. With 15 seconds, they've got tops 2 plays before they have to try the field goal here. So you can bet they're going to try and get it down close to out of bounds and maybe have one more shot at getting it to the end zone.
Well, defensive coaches are defensive and by nature conservative, so we'll see if Mike Pettin wants to go for the end zone here.
McCown sets up the screen to Crowell at the 25. Crowell still going to the 10. Mike Pettin racing down the sideline, calls timeout with 6 seconds remaining. That's his final timeout. So now, if you're Mike Pettin, do you fire a shot in the end zone or kick a field goal right away?
Yeah, I think you got to kick the field goal. You run the risk of too many bad things happening. You come off the field with nothing in this situation, I think it's just a little bit too risky. If you had 8 or 9 seconds, different ball game.
Well, I don't know. If you're the Chargers and it's Phillip Rivers, I think you take the shot because he knows he's going to throw it in the ground, throw it in the dirt, and stop the clock with 1 second left. You got to trust Josh McCown to do the same thing. Give him a chance. If it's going to be there, it'll be there right away. Take the shot. It's got to be to the sideline or the back of the end zone. But if it's not there, throw it away over the top of the end zone or into the dirt and stop the clock for the field goal.
Well, Mike Pettin does not agree with Steve Tasker.
Yeah, 6 seconds. There's no question. It would be a gamble, but I think Mike McCoy gives Phillip Rivers that chance.
I think you're probably right.
A 28-yard attempt for Travis Coons to tie the game at 13. And Coons is now 5 for 5 this season in field goals. Still 3 seconds remain on the clock. Well, you go back to that drive and you think about the 3rd down pickup by Duke Johnson. What that did, as you said, it kept Phillip Rivers off the field, and Cleveland actually ended up getting 3 points out of it. But even bigger than that, keeping Rivers off the field with the timeouts that they had remaining. That was a huge play by Johnson.
And also, it rendered the 2 timeouts that San Diego took with Mike McCoy trying to get the ball back wasted.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, so if the worst thing did happen, they got it back with a punt, or they had to send it away on the next 3rd down conversion. They didn't pick it up. Well, then they're punting it to an offense that doesn't have any timeouts left. It was a huge 3rd down pickup, and with Duke Johnson being a guy who didn't play all that much training camp, Josh McCown told us yesterday, we're just finding out how good this guy is. He was injured during training camp, didn't get as many reps as they would have liked, but now he's showing more and more. He's going to be a guy they can go to.
He's a football player.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Battled a hamstring injury during the preseason. Meanwhile, Josh McCown has thrown for 212 yards already today. 4th time in his career that he's thrown for more than 200 in the first half. So Coons bounces one down the middle of the field. And John Phillips just takes a knee, and that will do it here in the first half. Let's go down to Scott Kaplan.
Mike, you talked to us this week about not being consumed with sack statistics, but you said you wanted to get more pressure on the quarterback. What can you do in the second half to get McCown off his spot?
Well, all 11 guys got to do their job better. That's what we got to do as it's a football team. And all 3 phases, not just rushing the quarterback, but as an entire football team.
All right, Coach, thank you and good luck.
3 sacks in the first half for the San Diego defense. We are tied at 13. We'll be back with the Verizon halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.